For hundreds of years, these lush and bright green landscapes have been a veritable paradise for many families, making a living in this faraway county west of Kenya. Kakamega is one of the largest remote counties, yet the most crowded, with an estimated population of 1.9 million people, according to the 2019 census. Out of the county's total population, 460,000 are women of reproductive age. 63,000 of them are estimated to have given birth in the last 1 year. These regions west of Kenya are known for their large families. Children are a symbol of wealth. Thus, the subject of family planning is not as straightforward. This mother, who we've named Deborah to protect her identity, has for long struggled to find respite from deeply rooted tradition.
Sikuambia bwana naenda kuchukua family, but kwa ajili yangu niliona tu niende. Sasa kurudi kwa nyumba nikamwambia mimi nataka nianze kutumia na family plan. Kaniuliza sababu, kamwambia sababu ni heri nipatie mtoto chance ya kukua. But yeye naye alikataa, hataki. Hiyo tarehe ya kurudi hospitali ilikuwa imefika. Sasa hiyo tarehe ikifika nikamwambia mimi naenda, but kachukua kitabu akakatalia.
Na hiyo ingine iko wapi, kwa mkono? Hajaiguza mkono.
Kana guzanga hadi kuna siku alinipea pesa niende nitoe. Imagine mtoto alikuwa na 1 month. Akanipatia niende nitoe shindano. Sasa nikachukua pesa nikanunua panty zangu. Ndabra hata ndio hii nimevaa. Alinipea 300. Mwanamke lazima jipange. Juu usipojipanga, hao wanaume watakupanga.
Winnie too had a hard time convincing her husband to embrace family planning. He would have none of it.
Mwanzo nilikuwa natumia family planning ya 3 years. Kumaliza hiyo si kumaliza 3 years, nilimaliza tu kitu 6 months hivi akaniambia niachane na hiyo, ni ya umalaya. Nikaachana na hiyo. Nikakaa nikazaa mtoto mwingine, second born, tena nikazaa third born. Kuzaa third born ndio nikaanza hii ya 3 months. Family planning ya 3 months. Kumaliza hiyo sasa hiyo ya 3 months sasa alikubali hiyo nitumie tu, hiyo ni mzuri. Juu akihitaji mtoto anaweza pata anytime yenye anataka.
However, for some, the journey of family planning is a partnership.
Hata uchumi wa Kenya wenyewe vile huko, na sisi wenyewe vile tunaona ni kwamba spacing ya watoto pia ni ya maana sana. Na kunapokuwa na watoto ambao mnakuwa nao kama wale ama watatu, mnasema ni muda upi ambao mnataka mpate mtoto. Sasa ukasema kwamba ni vizuri aitumie wakati anahitaji mtoto ama anahitaji kupata mtoto mwingine, anakuja tu anatoa, kwa sababu mbinu ni nzuri ambayo daktari ametueleza. Ndio tukakubaliana.
Nahisi vizuri kwa kuwa na mume ambaye anajali afya yangu na anataka kuhakikisha kuwa tunashirikiana kwa pamoja kupanga uzazi ili tuweze kuendelea watoto wetu wakuwe katika hali nzuri.
But these women are now living an even bigger nightmare. For a long time, and since the start of the pandemic, family planning services and products have been unavailable.
Niko na watoto wawili wenye nilifuata haraka. Mwingine nimezaa 2018, mwingine nikazaa 2019 December. Sasa nilikuwa na stress juu nilijua tu tena nitapata mimba ingine before nipate hiyo family planning yenye nilikuwa natumia.
The COVID-19 pandemic disrupted almost all health services. Family planning services were among the most affected, eroding the little gains made in reversing fertility trends here. Kakamega has about 250 facilities that offer the services. According to a 2020 study by the Performance Monitoring for Action, a project under the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and that researches on key health indicators around Africa, 1 out of 25 healthcare facilities in Kakamega County were closed during the pandemic. Further in, close to 12 out of 250 of healthcare facilities offering family planning personnel were reassigned from family planning services to COVID-19 related duties. More than 2 out of 10 facilities offering family planning services reported more irregular supply of family planning commodities during COVID-19 restrictions. The study also found that women seeking family planning services from health facilities decreased by more than half, from 29% in June 2020 to 13% by December 2020. Fear of contracting COVID-19 was cited as the main reason why women kept away from the health facilities.
Another challenge is during this corona time, even the CHVs are afraid to move from house to house to give that health information, give it like the family planning one.
As fear of a contagion hovered over the community, the county adopted outreach services reaching out to women in the remote nerves of the community. Their services included providing long-term family planning methods that provide a shield for as long as between 3 to 5 years, but this too had its share of challenges. In rural setups such as these, community health volunteers are often the only link to health services.
We still had challenges. These mothers came to the facilities. With the help of the CHVs, they were able to be encouraged to come to the facilities, but the methods they wanted to get, others didn't get what they wanted to get. And this was as a result of stockouts of family planning commodities. We had some long time, around 3 months, stock out of long-acting methods. That is the implants. The implants, that is the NXT, they were out of stock. And in fact, we have frequent outstocks of the stockouts of this commodity. And this is what our mothers really prefer very much compared to other long-acting methods like coils or IUCD. They prefer that. But when they come to the facility, after being referred by the CHVs, they don't, most of them didn't get the method they wanted. Even in 2019, we also experienced some stock out, but not a longer period compared to 2020. But for this year, at least we have the commodities in place, and mothers are able to get the family planning commodities that they want or the methods that they want.
But fear of contracting COVID-19 is not the only concern. A shortage of birth control products added to their blues.
The stockouts we've been having, there was a communication that KEMSA does not have FP commodities.
After a long wait, some supplies came in at last. In late May and early June, Kakamega was among counties that received a consignment of implants, the implant on NXT, from the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority, KEMSA. But there was one problem. The implants were unsafe for use. They were developing molding.
KEMSA is the only supply of FP commodities. We are not able to purchase those commodities for now. We only depend or rely on KEMSA. So we made an order and we didn't get. And in fact, as I'm talking now, there is a communication that has come also from the national. Yeah, we had an NXT that we got from KEMSA. They say they have a problem we should not use. Kakamega County is among the counties that are not supposed to use.
A memo from KEMSA in June asked all healthcare facilities in Kakamega, Lamu, Nyamira and Kwale counties to examine the packaging for all signs of molding, quarantine any affected items and have them returned. Meanwhile, KEMSA suspended any further distribution of the product.
So I had to communicate also very fast because I know if these healthcare providers receive, they will start giving it.
KEMSA, in response last week, confirmed that they had recalled part of the consignment sent out following questions on poor quality of Implanon that they say was delivered to them for distribution. KEMSA confirms that it has recalled part of a pharmaceutical consignment earlier dispatched to several destinations. This is part of our market surveillance and quality assurance processes after the consignment of Implanon delivered to the authority for distribution was found to be degraded.
We received around 6,000, yeah, but we have not used, so they have said we don't use them. So this one I'm seeing also, if the problem will not be sorted, then we will also have, again, we'll experience a stock out.
In Kakamega County, a majority of women of reproductive age rely heavily on the 3-month-long Depo-Provera injection, which unfortunately has been out of stock for a while now. Mwanarob Sarah has been on the injection for 3 years now. It is her second visit to a health facility in search for it, with no success.
Sasa vile mimi nimekuja hapa nikakosa hiyo shindano na nilikuwa nimeizoea. Nimeitumia kuanzia vile nilianza kuzaa mtoto wa kwanza, wa pili, wa tatu. Sasa inanipelekanga tu vizuri na nimeishaizoea, siwezi kuiacha. Sister ameniambia vile nimefika, ameniambia tu hata hakuna dawa na siku hizo dawa haipatikaniki. Sitaki sahi mtoto. Sababu mtoto ni angali miaka 3 tena nipate sahi mtoto. Sahi sasa naondoka naenda chemist na pesa yenye nimekuwa nayo ni kidogo, niko na 150. Sasa naenda kualia tu wakikubali kunisaidia wanisaidie.
The fear of unintended or unplanned pregnancies due to the inconsistency of family planning services is now real among the women here. For some, though, it is too late in the day.
There is one who came to the facility, insisted on...
When was this?
It was around 9 or 10 months ago. So yeye alikosa hiyo ile the method she wanted. At the end of the day, amezaa 1 month ago. So meaning hiyo mimba is around 10 months behind.
About 80 kilometers away from Kakamega, in Wagai division of Game in Siaya County, the situation is no different. Women visiting health facilities such as the Wagai Health Center seeking family planning services have been turned away. The inconsistent supply is a bitter prescription for many women. Sharon Atieno is one of them. Since she delivered, she has traveled 20 kilometers to and from her village to the Wagai Health Center. This is her second visit.
I want family planning so that we can find a way to take care of the children well. God has blessed us with them. We need to find a way to take good care of them. This is the only way. If we add another one, it will be hard to find a way to help these children.
Sadly, she's out of luck again. The Depo-Provera or implant is out of stock.
I went to seek for the family planning commodity when I took this child for the first injection. I did not get. I have come a second time. They are still not there.
The distraught mother of 5 who can barely feed her large and growing family is now ill at ease.
I am 24 years old and I do not run any business at the moment. I currently stay at home. I'm the mother of 5. The firstborn is 10 years old, the second one is 7, the thirdborn is 6, the fourthborn is 1, and this one, the lastborn, is 1 month, 2 weeks old.
She conceived her last child when her newest bundle was barely 2 months old and still breastfeeding. She had to stop breastfeeding as the pregnancy was already wearing her down. Before you got pregnant with this baby, had you made efforts to get your preferred method at the hospital?
Yes, I did. They told me there was none. I even asked him if there are any that have been used and remained however little to be injected with. The doctor said there is none. 2 months later, I was pregnant. I really need it this time. I want to stop giving birth. Had I found a method, I am sure I would not have given birth in quick succession, like I have with this last two. The 1-year-old would still be breastfeeding.
Sharon forms part of a large group of 425,000 women of reproductive age in Siaya County who have been mapped out for family planning services.
Mama akijifungua kabla afikishe wiki 6 tunamfanyia counseling ya family planning. Sasa ukimrefer kwa facility hapati tena, narudi kwako. Anakuja anakuambia sasa umenituma kwa hospitali na sikupata. Unataka nipate mimba tena? Na mimba ndio nilikuwa sitaki. Sasa imetusumbua kuanzia mwezi wa 4 mpaka sasa.
A study by the Performance Monitoring for Action on Siaya County showed that 47% of the pregnancies were unintended, 36% were mistimed, and 11% not wanted.
Ni kazi ngumu. Na wakati wa kitambo walikuwa wakitumwa tu hivi kwa hospitali wanapata, lakini wakati huu ikiwa hizo sindano za miezi 3 hawapati, tunahitaji serikali itusaidie, sana sana county government watafute mbinu za kuzitafuta ili tusikose.
Siaya County Reproductive Health Services Coordinator Eunice Omollo says the county, just like many other counties, has been hit hard by a shortage of family planning products, especially during the pandemic.
The last time that our county received commodities was in May 2020. And even then, the commodities that we received were majorly 2 commodities. We received injection Depo-Provera, and on top of that, we also received some Jadel IUCDs. Before that, we used what we had, and after that supply that we got in May, we moved on up to December. When it reached December, we now did a redistribution of our commodities. And, you know, it was still the beginning, just the beginning of the COVID crisis, and there were a lot of travel embargoes. Shipment of commodities from outside, you know, most of these commodities and their supplies, some of them are imported. Yeah, so the import was a problem. And other than that, we also attributed this shortage to, you know, redirection. You know, when this thing happened, most of our, even at our local level, most of our, you realize, funds were being diverted to fighting the corona pandemic.
It is a cry of desperation from many as Sharon that the unplanned pregnancies currently facing them will be sorted by the system, a system they have relied on for decades now.
I wish I could get the family planning method so that this young one can at least grow. If we do not get it, we are in trouble. We, the women, are in bigger trouble.
Eunice Omollo, NTV.